ladies and gentlemen of all ages, boys and girls. Thank you for tuning in to yet another episode of Angry Meat Production. We appreciate you coming in and letting us be a part of your lives week in and week out. We hope to do our best to present you with something that your eardrums delight in. Whether you're looking at us on YouTube or Rumble, or listening to us on Spotify, Google, or Anchor, or any of the other podcast services that we are currently on or trying to get on. We thank you. And if you don't mind, at the end of every episode, stop by, leave us a comment, leave us a like. If it asks for 5 stars, we'll take 5 stars, even if you don't like us. 5 stars are what it's all about. With that being said, we hope you enjoy our attempt to make our advocation our vocation. Ladies and gentlemen, let the games begin.
Welcome, Angry Faithful. Today on Nerd Sports number 115.
Is it really 115?
Yeah, last week was 114.
Yeah. Okay.
This week we're gonna talk about the sweet sport of midget or little people, dwarves, whatever you want to call them, boxing. Watching it, I keep on wanting to hear. I wish they would have like little squeeze toys in their
Cartoon sound effects.
Yes. And just put them in the gloves. Put the little squeakers, the dog chew squeakers in the gloves, man.
But speaking of boxing, there was another boxing thing that I was watching. I know I shouldn't laugh. I know I'm going to hell, but it was two people in a wheelchair. So basically, it was that punch 'em robot thing.
Yes, the Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Rock'em Sock'em robots.
Because they can't move. You can't really defend there because you can't
Wait,
move.
wait. So, like with little people boxing,
Yeah,
the vertically challenged boxing events. So, like, I mean, we know that they don't. I mean, we know that they don't have like the biggest wingspan in the world.
yeah.
So,
I mean,
when
it's
one lines up. I mean, when he just rears back to throw a haymaker and he doesn't connect. I mean, are we going to hear something like?
Don't you get the rubber chicken? I would want them to have rubber chickens in their boxing gloves.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
You just the little dog chewy toys. You just get the squeaker out of the chew toys and you're good to go.
Yeah. I mean, it's I'm very easily entertained on that. I mean, I've been
all right. So, Chris, I don't know if you had a chance to listen to the show last week.
I haven't, not yet.
But did you?
Not yet. I haven't been able to.
So we had brought up the fact that you were not present, and
after I stopped crying for about 10 minutes.
So, we had announced that you were out on a date, and that you were on the quest. You were on a quest to conquer some. And we hope to God that she wasn't and at the very least, if you were going to do it, and you were going to do it in true infantry style, you were going to bring home an absolute.
Oh man,
Johnny got his sound effects, if you hadn't noticed.
Yeah,
that is amazing.
Yeah, Johnny.
I mean, and if she was fed properly, in some countries they consider this bad manners, but in others it's just because you fed them properly. So I mean, she should have given you an obligatory post date. I'm just kind of putting that out there. Maybe if she lets you play with her.
And after that,
Okay.
after the night's
I
done,
ain't saying nothing.
I mean,
and after the night,
maybe he had one of these set up in the bedroom. Oh, and hopefully his pull-out game is not weak as fuck, because 9 months from now,
Pull-out game. Dude, I'm infantry. What makes you think I even have a pull-out game?
yeah, that's very true. I mean,
We know
but in the words of the
hard to
great
paint,
Christopher
you know.
Walken, what that date probably needed was more cowbell.
Stick with me. You'll all be wearing golden diapers. What does that mean? Don't worry about what it means.
And you know, I mean, if you're like that dude on TikTok, Frank615, you know, he's like, on Monday we do chest, right?
oh yeah.
Fucking love that guy.
Uh-huh.
I mean, he's
Man,
like-
he when he does his stuff, it's so funny because half the time he's laughing himself trying to.
well, it's because I mean, his cameraman is just
Yes.
like, he's got him rolling,
Crack it up.
and dude, you know how many surgeries that guy has been through in the past year? I mean, he was wearing a colostomy bag for like a couple of months last year.
Really?
Yeah, and you know, he went, you know, had it taken out, and he would bulk up, and then he'd have to have a surgery, and he'd lose all his gains.
Yeah,
His weight would come off, and
That's the reason why I don't want to bulk up too bad. I hear the horror stories of people that actually bulk up that big. Because there was a guy that was a world bodybuilder.
yeah,
And he goes up he goes up the stairs, shatters his knees. You know how he shattered his knees? Just walking up the stairs. The weight of his knees couldn't his kneecaps just shattered.
well, that's because he skipped leg day. That's
Yeah.
all I'm putting that. I mean,
But it's also the maintenance on there, because like once you get bulked up like that, like you have to maintain it.
yeah, you got to maintain it, because I mean, it's not one of those, I'm going to beef up and then I'm good, because the problem with that is that when that lean mass, I mean, it's hard to obtain, but it really easily converts into fat,
Yeah.
you know. Or what happens is that your body can, if you you know, especially if you do like a fasting diet, your body consumes that lean mass first. And I've got a buddy who I was in the army with. He's an MMA fighter, Eric Prindle. I'll talk to him and see if we can get him on the show to talk about coming, because this dude's constantly living in the gym. And I mean, he trains nonstop. I mean, he's constantly in the gym. He basically lives in the gym. I mean, and if you check him out on social media, check him out on Facebook. It's Eric Prindle, or even look it up on YouTube. Eric the American Soldier Prindle. And this dude is massive, right? And I mean, when we were in during a division, the week of the Eagles, right? The division birthday week.
Yeah.
They had a Golden Gloves competition. He gets to the finals, and he absolutely lays this dude out with one punch, right? This dude's on the floor, right? What does Eric do? Eric, he walks over, he takes out his mouthpiece, and he starts to pat the guy with his free hand, asking him, "Are you okay?" You know, and we're all like, "Dude, what are you doing?" I mean, the referee was sitting there in the ring looking at him like, "Are you crazy?" You know, like, "Go get back to your corner. What are you doing over here?" You know?
Well, he seems like a nice guy then. He's like, oh,
But Eric, he went
out.
and you know, he PCS from the 101st, and if I'm not mistaken, if I remember correctly, he went to the all army boxing team.
Makes sense.
Like, I mean, he PCS'd up to Fort Carson and did the whole thing there with the all army boxing team. But I mean, this dude, he is a large human being, and yeah. I mean, it's impressive. Like, I'm just like, damn. Like, he had one fight that it was actually the last fight that I think I remember seeing him in. It was a rematch between him and this other guy, and the guy that he was fighting was on the ground in a defensive position. So what does Eric do? I mean, Eric does this like axe kick with his heel to like hit him in the stomach. Well, this guy leans up, right, and hits him in the pelvis just above the groin.
Oh shit.
So this guy, he's milking it for all he's worth. He's like, oh, he hit me in the nuts, hit me in the nuts. So they disqualify him, right? But if you watch the tape, I mean, the guy serious. I mean, like he hit above the pelvic bone, right? And I mean, later when they got the guy back in the locker room, they did the X-ray and everything, and he had Eric cracked his pelvic bone with his heel. But still, it's like it wasn't in the groin, and it was actually above the belt. But like just the guy just milked it for all it was worth, and he got away with a really cheap victory, in my opinion.
Yeah,
but I mean, I'll reach out to Eric and I'll see
to be fair though, a broken pelvis, I'm sure that whole area is going to be sore.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, but I mean, I was watching this fight, right? And even the commentators were like, "Yeah, no, that wasn't a shot to the groin."
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
But they were like, I don't know what the referees were looking at. I don't know what the replay officials were looking at. That wasn't a shot to the groin.
So many mishaps.
But, to Eric's credit, I mean, he handled it like an absolute champ. So
yeah.
I mean, he's a real humble guy. But I mean, if you get on his bad side and he gets his mitts on you, you're gonna know it. And it's just like, wow. So I'll reach out to him. I'll see, if he wants to come on the show. And
oh yeah, that'd be a good one.
Yeah, I mean, if anything else, I mean,
oh, that's probably hang on.
Okay.
I asked him.
Father-in-law, everybody, he's coming in here, gathering up all of his stuff, trying to make an unsanctioned appearance on the show. Look at him.
If he remains uncredited, we don't have to pay him.
Right, exactly.
We get paid.
he who shall not be named, aka the father-in-law.
There you go.
So yesterday, it's the All-Star break. It's All-Star week for Major League Baseball. The game is actually
there was only two things in baseball. There was like the home run derby and the All-Star game.
Do you want to do this section of the show, David? Because I was. I mean,
the train was on the track. It was moving along. It was great. It was going.
I'll sit over here and be just as quiet and calm and peaceful, and I'll let you do your part of the show. So go ahead.
I'm like the cat. I see the glass, and
I'm not saying that David acted as the derailing tool that they put on there, and you can derail, but
yeah. So like I was trying to say before David decided to interject himself into the conversation like a unwanted warrant officer.
Wait. Does that imply that there's a such thing as a wanted warrant officer?
I mean, the only time that you really want one around is when they're flying the Apache on a close air support mission.
This is very true.
So there's that. Or maybe even a dust off flight. I'm just kind of putting that out there. But like I was saying, last night was the home run derby. It was actually kind of entertaining. So, of course, King Griffey Jr. is there, and it's his home ballpark, more or less. And they just like the new Yankee Stadium is the house that Jeter built. T-Mobile Park, that's the house that Griffey built. I mean, really. Griffey and his legacy and the fact that he came back. I mean, there's people that will argue that it was the house that Ichiro built, but for me, it's all about Griffey Jr. And anyway, I digress. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. actually ended up winning it. It was his third time winning the event. And him and his dad are the first father-son duo to win the home run derby. for those of you who remember Vlad Guerrero Sr., I mean, this guy kicks it back old school. No, I mean, when he played, no batting gloves. I mean, the dude swung like his life depended on it every time. And I mean, he had a high strikeout ratio. He's a Hall of Famer for sure. He was, I mean, Vlad Guerrero Jr. or Senior was drafted by the Montreal Expos. That tells you how far back he goes. You know, kind of like the last active athlete that was drafted by the Montreal Expos. Believe it or not, Tom Brady.
Really?
Yeah, just like Russell Wilson was drafted by the Texas Rangers way back in the day.
Yeah.
And let me put this out there. Even though the Rangers won the first of that 3-game set, the Red Sox came back and actually won the series. So I'm good with that. I'm happy with that. So we're reverting back to last weekend when the Rangers were in Boston.
No, we're not talking about that.
See,
I don't even remember that happening. They played? Really? I wasn't.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
we're
they
not.
did. I was expecting the obligatory text messages from my oldest kid, you know, talking smack about how the Rangers beat the Red Sox, but
Yeah.
I was waiting after the series was over, and I didn't hear anything from him. So, you know, me being a gracious person and the loving father figure that I try to be, I decided to let it lie, and you know, I didn't want to rub it in because let's face it, his team's in first place and mine's not. I know where the pecking order lies this year, but Garrett Cole got the start. He's getting the start for the American League All Stars tonight. I'm just like, and Zach Gallen, he's pitching in his first All Star start for the National League. He's representing the Diamondbacks. Honestly, just because it's Garrett Cole, I hope he absolutely gets shelled in his first half inning of work. I really do. I want to see Garrett Cole go in there and just drag his gas can out to the place and make this best attempt at grand arson. I mean, just pure 100% federal felony level arson. That's what I want to see. And then after that, the American League can do what the American League does and comes back and, like, you know, wins the game. But, you know, we'll see what happens. Shohei Ohtani, he won't pitch tonight in the All-Star game because of a blister, but he is going to make a start, if I'm not mistaken, if I read it right. He's got a blister on his pitching hand, so that's why he's not getting the nod to start the game. But Shohei Ohtani, for the record, was voted in by the fans as a starter at both pitcher and fielder. So that says a lot for him. Let me see here. Zach Gallen, he's 27-year-old kid. He's a right-hander. He's 11-3 right now going into the All-Star break with a 3.04 ERA and 125 strikeouts. He's tied for the major league lead in wins and leads the National League with a 1.04 WHIP. So I like the nod that he gets for the National League squad. Because I mean, the people that you would assume would be the starting, you know, just a no-brainer, like your Max Scherzers or your even your Justin Verlanders or your Clayton Kershaws that are out there. They're just not having that great of a year. I mean, yeah, Max Scherzer and Justin Verlander, they took the big money when they went to the Mets, but I kind of think that they went there so that way they knew that they could plan their golfing trips in October. You know, they could play baseball for 6 months out of the year without that added pressure of that pesky postseason.
Well, you gotta plan ahead. I mean,
I mean, you do. You honestly have to be proactive in life, and I think that they're actually, you know, they're stepping up and doing exactly that. So.
Yeah, it's consistency. You need to be able to have that consistency to plan your vacations.
Yeah,
exactly. So moving on to NASCAR, they were in Atlanta over the weekend. Now the race did get shortened because of the rain, and William Byron, who drives the number 24 car for Hendrick Motorsports, or Alaxta paint, number 24 car. Anyways, he ended up picking up the win, and he did it in a kind of an unconventional way. Rain shortened victory aside, he actually spun and damaged the underside of his car pretty bad early on in the race. They came in, made some repairs, put some fresh new tires on the car, and they just used pit strategy to work their way back up towards the front. And they made a pretty ballsy pit call there towards what was eventually the end of the race when they red flagged it for rain. I think they went with a 2-tire stop, and he came out ahead of everybody. And they were racing to the rain. That's exactly what they started to do. I mean, they were looking at the radar, and they were like, "Hey, we need to start making moves to get up as close to the front as possible." And he ended up picking up his 4th win of the season. So he leads the NASCAR Cup Series guys with 4 wins so far this year. I'm like, okay, I'm pretty happy with that, because I mean, I like William Byron. I really do. He started out as kind of one of these e-racers, and then he became their simulation guy. And he would race for JR Motorsports, or Junior Motorsports, for Dale Jr. in the Xfinity side. Finally, he made his way up, made his Cup debut. He's been in the 24 car ever since. So I think Jeff Gordon kind of likes that move, considering that's his car, kind of deal. So next, so this weekend, they are going to New Hampshire. They call it the Magic Mile. For David's sake, that means that the track is a mile long. It takes 1 mile for a lap, kind of a deal. And this is David's favorite part whenever we start talking about the races. So this Sunday, July 16th, at 1:30 Central Time, is the Crayon 301 at the New Hampshire Motor Speedway. You can catch it on the USA Network, the PRN Racing Network, which is a radio, and you got your which is terrestrial radio is what they call it, and then you got Sirius XM, which is the NASCAR channel. And then you're going to have your different in-car audio channels and things like that. Next after that, it's going to be Pocono, and then Richmond, Michigan. And Michigan kicks off the month of September. And September means, gentlemen, our race gets that much closer. So
already counting the days.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Let's see. No. So Michigan is August 6th. So September 9. You would think after 9/11, everybody knows what month September is. Yeah. So
hey, we've even having to use your fingers, which is obviously more than David could do.
And I'm wearing my shoes right now, so I can't use my toes. So I'm having to get creative. Once I get past 10, I'm kind of screwed. So let's see here. What am I looking at here?
David can count to 21 real easy.
Yeah. So we are coming up on just shy of 2.5 months away before Angry Me Production gets turned loose on Texas Motor Speedway. May God have mercy on their souls, and may the odds ever be in their favor.
Have we come up with our marketing slogan for that yet? Angry Me at the Races just sounds like a kids cartoon kind of thing.
It does. Angry Me at the Races.
It's like a Curious George book or something.
It really does. I mean,
actually, I kind of want to.
We need to have David wearing a yellow suit.
I kind of want to do that.
He's in charge, and we all know that ain't true.
Well, I mean, does George
man in the yellow hat
was the yellow suit?
Yeah, the man in the yellow hat.
He doesn't ever listen.
Yeah,
I mean, he takes his direction as more of a suggestion.
Yeah,
this is true. This is true.
Much like the speed limit sign on 45.
Anywhere in Texas.
I mean, they say it's 75 there, but if you're not going to 85 or 90, you're going to get run over.
You're going to have a bad time.
Yeah,
you are going to have a bad time.
I gotta get some mics for that weekend.
Well, I mean, if we're using our phones to shoot video with.
Well, yeah. But they have those $200 Rode mics. and you can just get an attachment for those, and you can actually use it like as a mic.
I don't know, man. That's
Yours.
I mean, then you start talking about
assuming-
additional cost. I mean, yeah, not only do you have the cost of the microphone, but you've got the cost of printing out social media release forms or consent forms that we have to have people that are unknowingly or unwillingly captured by the lenses of our phones, of our cameras.
I think there's just some kind. You don't have to have that. I mean,
Yeah, you kind of do, because it just takes one person.
no, you just edit that out.
Just blur their faces, but that's going to be a
Do
lot.
you really want to take the time and the effort, David, to blur faces? I mean, which is going to be a multitude of people. I'm just kind of putting that out there. I mean, don't get me wrong. It'd be one hell of a way to recruit subscribers for our channels, but just saying, man.
How much editing do you want to do at the end of the weekend? That's really the question that it comes down to.
I'm telling you guys, it's not that much of a bad deal.
You know who would be fun to have on our show? Noah Gregskin.
Right?
It would be great to have him on the show.
Who's that? If it's a sports person, I don't fucking know.
He drives the 42 cars, the 46 car. He drives the 46 car for Legacy Motor Club, who happens to be sponsored by Wendy's and Black Rifle Coffee.
Okay. I don't keep up with this shit.
He drove the number 9 car last year in the Xfinity series.
Oh, okay. You know what? Just no.
Like I can't even be mad.
Hello.
It's almost as bad as the videos that I send. I send them to Johnny, but Johnny doesn't look at them. Chris, on the other hand, looks at them, and he got seriously worried because there's a couple of them that are like a couple of people. It's like 3 guys with Down syndrome cooking, and they're making a cooking show. He's like, I'm seriously concerned about your algorithm because you've been showing me a lot of Down syndrome people.
Dude, you sent me like 3 videos in a row that
it
had.
Kind of makes you wonder what his search history is on Pornhub, though.
That's what I'm saying. Oh God, that's.
Hey, I'm down with the down.
I'm sure you are. I wonder.
There you go, David.
I wonder. Are there any Down syndrome porn stars?
Probably is. I mean, there's a Down syndrome model.
I wonder. There is actually a Down syndrome model on Sports Illustrated now. Yeah.
I mean, if Martha Stewart can make the cover of the swimsuit edition.
And listen, for 81 years old, like,
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Airbrush
aside,
I'm just saying.
She would like totally destroy your body, then cook you food. I mean,
can you imagine the sandwich she would get afterwards?
Well, I mean, she had the opportunity to
I would die for that
and lean out in prison. So I'm just
and you know she's gonna pack a bowl first too. I mean, come on.
Oh yeah, she's gonna give you for home too.
She's gonna pack a bowl.
Home now.
She's gonna give you a great gummy, and then after that, you're gonna get a sandwich that's like world class. Like, come on.
Yeah.
You can't beat that.
I mean, she's gonna put slides on your feet.
And you know that baby factory is shut down, so you don't have to worry about pull-out game at all there.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, this is a winning situation.
We agree. Martha Stewart is the perfect woman. I think that's the consensus that we've come up here.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is we're going
and
with,
she's just old world enough to where she appreciates a good pearl necklace.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's classy.
Yeah.
If it's good enough for ZZ Top, it's good enough for me.
Who's the other one? Ruby Ray, or what's her name?
Rachel Ray.
Rachel Ray, yeah. Rachel Ray would be another one.
Well, Rachel Ray, I mean,
I feel like Rachel
she had throat cancer, I think, not too long, or like a few years back.
Did she?
So she sounds like a guy now, I think. Like, it's all raspy.
Oh,
even without that though, I feel like she's not going
God, they're coming right for us.
Where you ending? Like Rachel Ray wouldn't do that thing that you like, though.
Yeah.
She'd be a little bit more picky.
Yeah. You did you
All right. So before we get started, would you thank you for like not trying to throw me back here. Okay. So before we talk about the NBA Summer League, actually, you know what? I'm not going to go over the NBA Summer League at all because let's face it, it's the Summer League and it's slightly more entertaining than the WNBA.
Maybe, possibly.
There's got to be some video game news out there. Some nerd. Oh, we could talk about the photos and videos that have been released from the set of Deadpool 3.
what are you talking about? Was there any kind of photos? I haven't been keeping up with that.
All right, so before we hey, we haven't gotten to the nerd section yet. Okay, all right.
So how much of spinning around the world did you do when you saw the true Wolverine costume?
She sounds like she's hoarse.
I went ape shit.
She pulled on the collar or her leash.
It was good to see. I like to see the old school, and they still made the old school look awesome.
Then Harry's going to make an unsanctioned appearance. Say hi, Harry.
Hi, Harry.
All right, go on, Harry. Yeah.
Goodbye, Harry.
Okay. I'm trying to find something here. All right.
But yeah, there's been like videos galore on TikTok, at least other places.
All right. So before we get started here, this weekly installment of Joke Time, will you go let him out, please? Joke Time with Colin is brought to you as always by our lovely and wonderful and generous sponsor, Mobile Notary Mindy. Yes, it is a shameless plug of my wife's services, but there you go. She does wills, powers of attorney, medical documents, healthcare proxies, living wills, certifications of trust, assignment of personal property, HIPAA waivers, advanced healthcare directives, I-9 verifications. She is certified with the National Rotary Association. She's bonded and E&O insured, and she's on every social media platform with the exception of Threads, because let's face it, that's just copy and paste Twitter. She's remote online certified and commissioned, and she is offering remote notarizations rather. So if you need any notarization help or have any questions, message her on any one of her social media platforms.
And the hell is Threads?
With that,
What?
No, what the hell is Threads?
no,
I've never even
Threads is the new Facebook version of Twitter. And it's not your yeah, it's fine. Okay.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Okay.
That's just what we need.
So as the dust settles from, actually, you know what? I'm not going to start that way. I'm going to back this up just a second. Through the chaos, the fog of war, you're there in a shelled out hole, covered in dirt, mud, sweat, and the blood of the man who used to stand next to you. You hear the sound of your salvation coming. There he is, like an angel from up on high. The savior of your questionable morality. The bringer of doubt to your scruples. My genetic code, hailing from the deepest, darkest regions of my nether regions, I bring to you Joke Time with Colin. All right, scoot in here. Just get into the shot, lean in, whatever you got to do. There you go.
Why do women and children get evacuated first? So men can think of a solution in silence.
You got to remove the problem before you can solve the problem.
Oh, wow.
Oh, oof.
What's the difference between Aunt Frank and Santa Claus? The direction they go in the chimney.
Oh.
Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh, dude. Oh.
I mean,
That was a spicy one.
wow. That's God coming after you right there. Wow.
Oh, ooh.
Okay.
Spicy.
You got another one?
No.
That's
Yeah.
okay. So that's his parting shot. Okay.
Okay.
I mean, he went out on top. That's for sure.
Oh wait, he's gonna
No,
he's
no,
gonna he's
no.
gonna free flow one. What?
No.
What?
Never mind.
No, what?
No.
Speak now or forever hold yourself.
When it comes to the nerd parts and the gaming thing.
Well, let me do your outro and then just park your butt right there. Good God, sir. I mean, kids these days, I'm telling you.
There's a flow to these things, man.
I'm telling you, it's just one of those deals. Okay. Imagine that you find yourself on the wrong end of a great weekend. The last thing that you hear before the lights go out
Never got any of that thing.
I'm sorry. All right. Let me
God damn it, Johnny.
I know I'm a rank amateur here. I should act like it. Okay. Okay. Yep. All righty. Stop. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like, it's gonna help.
Okay. We'll talk about that here in just what?
It's a good thing.
Okay.
You're not growling or shaking or anything.
Oh, okay. Okay. Awesome. I'm sorry. You would think that we would kind of welcome chaos, right? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, this is why we let women and children get in the lifeboats first.
And it unfold before our very eyes.
I mean, because when shit starts to hit the fan and it starts to come out real dry, you know, you really got to get rid of the right people and just, you know, play that beautiful sound. And all of a sudden, your problems start to become a lot clearer because when you go, because then and only then can you truly begin crisis management. But as we were saying, as the fog of war starts to dissipate and you can take stock of your casualties, your equipment, you really begin to understand exactly what it is that you just partook in. Not partaken, it's partook. And if that's not proper English, I really don't care. But you have been witness yet once again to another weekly installment of my genetic code. Of my genetic code on display, not only for your ears, but your eyes. If you've been left feeling wanting or empty inside, just remember, you can think the next time you fart and it sounds something like this. Because he has left you yet violated one more time with his installment of Joke Time with Colin.
You should get this.
Yeah.
You know, you should
Yes.
gummy bears.
Yes,
You gotta get the sound as soon as you.
That's a better applause right there. Okay. You can stop now. Shut up. Okay.
Johnny's
All
really
right. So because we decided that we were not going to discuss the NBA Summer League, it's sad because the only thing I am going to mention about that is I looked at the ratings and they scored like a full 2 points higher than the WNBA. And the Summer League is being broadcast on like the Ocho.
That's just say that.
That is hilarious on its own. If you know, you know.
Move, Cotton.
Yeah, if you know, you
Works.
know. I mean,
I want to watch that.
You
I wanna
can't
watch
mess with
the
the
movie
Ocho.
again.
Do what now?
I want to watch Dodgeball again. I think I'm gonna force my daughter to watch Dodgeball with me.
Yeah, I made a Tommy Boy reference over the weekend, and all of my kids, with the exception of you, and
You did?
yeah,
When?
I did.
When?
It was at the beginning of the weekend. Anyways, no, it was before we even left the house. Anyways, so I made a Tommy Boy reference. I was like, "Who's your favorite little rascal? Is it Alfalfa, or is it Spanky?"
I don't remember.
Right? And then I was like, I got a car full of kids, and I was like, "Sinner," right? They were all like, "Where is that from? What are you talking about?" And I was like, "That settles it. This week, we're gonna have family movie night, and we are going to have a screening of Tommy Boy at the Skelton House. It's going to be great." It did.
No.
It did, because I'll tell you what you were doing. You were like this with your earbuds in, watching The Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So you were oblivious to the outside world.
Jake's seen it. I know Jake has definitely seen it.
No,
Yes, yes.
he has not.
Yeah, we've talked about Tommy Boy.
Okay, well, still, he acted completely outside of the realm of the know. But moving into nerd things, if you did not check out Rob Liefeld, Hugh Jackman, or Ryan Reynolds' Instagram accounts over the weekend, go do yourself a favor.
Yes.
Because they dropped a set photo, and there has been video released from the set of Deadpool 3. We finally get to see Deadpool's MCU costume, which is not that entirely different, but we get to see Hugh Jackman in the yellow Wolverine suit.
Yes.
And they zoom in on the hands, and you know where his claws come out? It's got like the metal panels like on the cartoon.
Yep.
Bro, I was like, that is what is up, dude. And then somebody took a video. It seemed like they were having an argument with each other, right? Logan's walking away, and of course Deadpool does his whole, hey, you can't hear anything, right? But then Deadpool turns around and he looks at the camera, and you can tell that he's talking. So there's a fourth wall break there. And then Logan turns around, walks up behind Deadpool, and then impales him with all 6 claws. And then there's a second shot of that same sequence where Ryan Reynolds is on the cables, right? And so Logan lifts him up over his head, and Wade kicks his legs over and actually like flips off of the claws and lands standing upright behind Logan. And that was all the video that we got for the weekend.
Amazing.
Dude, I saw that and I was like,
I can't wait for that movie to come out.
That's
gonna be great.
There's rumors that Channing Tatum is going to make an appearance as Gambit.
There's also a rumor that Tom Cruise might be popping up as a Superior Iron Man.
In Deadpool 3?
Yeah, they're doing the
maybe Secret Wars, but
because Deadpool's not really MCU.
What he is now.
But yeah, but like we're talking like I don't feel like they would do Superior Iron Man through Deadpool.
No, they're going to save Superior Iron Man for Secret Wars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting to see what they're gonna do with Blade, since they teased him at the end of Eternals. There has not.
Yeah, they did do that. But there's also Halle Berry is going to reprise her role as Storm. James Marsden is supposed to come back as
Oh, Loki's going to be coming in there.
yeah, he's going to come back as Cyclops. And then oh crap, Femjensky is going to come back as
Jennifer
Wolf.
Garner as Elektra. Oh,
Jennifer Garner's Elektra. Yeah, she's
Ben
supposed to make an
Affleck.
appearance there too. Oh, Ben Affleck's Daredevil
Yeah,
is supposed to be in this movie. So I kind of have a feeling as to what's going to happen. Is that
It's gonna be
you
another.
remember the one-off comic series that they had where Deadpool kills the Marvel universe?
yeah.
Yes.
Oh man,
I think that Deadpool is going to kill that.
He's killing that universe.
He's going to kill that timeline. I think he's going to do that,
Dude. And there was one with Wolverine as Weapon X where he killed one of the universes as well.
Yeah. Also,
what if that's what they're the buddies?
Chris Evans is supposed to make an appearance as the Human Torch in Deadpool 3.
Fantastic.
That would be kind of funny.
And you know, because Deadpool is the only character in the Marvel universe, whether it's cinematic or book, who's aware that he's a comic book character.
Not true.
Yeah. Well, no, She-Hulk.
Well,
no, actually, for Gwenpool.
Yeah, Gwenpool too.
Yeah, Gwenpool. All right, so originally it's Wade Wilson, right?
Actually,
Because
it's,
I mean, he even made reference to a multiversal kind of a thing where he's like, is that Patrick Stewart or James McAvoy? Because I can never get the two straight.
Right. I can't get these timelines straight. He literally
never get those timelines straight. So, yeah, and
The Witcher came out.
Ian McClellan is supposed to be back as Magneto, and Patrick Stewart is going to reprise his role as Professor X in this new Deadpool movie.
Nice.
So, I mean, dude, then they're talking about X-Force is supposed to be there.
That'd be cool.
If they don't have Rob
Bob.
or Peter, no, it's Peter. That's right.
Yeah,
They
I was
don't
going
have
to say
Peter.
with or without Peter.
If
Peter
Peter's
really
not there,
plays.
I'm
He
calling
ties
bullshit.
the whole team together.
Yeah, I mean, he did. He was the glue.
And you can't have X-Force without Papa Bear.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, they're like, so what's your superpowers? He goes, I don't have any. I just saw that there was a job opening. And he's like, he goes, so like, is how long is this going to take? Because my family's outside parked on the curb.
No, he was like, no. What he said was, I gotta go feed my cats.
Yeah.
I thought his family was outside. Like
No,
his kids were out there.
No, he was like, no, I gotta go feed my cats. Dude, I died laughing. In
Okay,
that scene, 'cause
okay.
He's like, I got both type 1 and 2 diabetes.
See, this is why we've got a 14-year-old in here helping out with the nerd stuff this week. Yeah. All right. So, video game stuff. I'm going to kind of turn the camera over here.
Oh my gosh.
I'm turning the camera over.
Okay.
So you are rapidly and dangerously approaching David-esque territory here.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Speaking out of turn, speaking ahead of turn, throwing the timing off. It's fucking embarrassing.
Throw up a groove, man.
God.
Feel attacked right there.
Give your balls a tug, tit fucker. God. Figure it out. Go.
Feel very attacked.
Okay.
Well, I'm his dad. I can say what I want. Shut up.
Now you're just feeling attacked?
One thing that me and my older brother share is that we love fighting games, and so I'm gonna lead off with Mortal Kombat 1 that is coming out.
Here. There you go. So now that way they can see you. All right, there you go.
And the new Mortal Kombat, because at the end of 11, Liu Kang resets the timeline, and
Over, so that way you know how loud you're speaking. There you go. All right. Okay. Don't whisper now. If you can hear yourself too much, then you know, hey, I gotta tone it down.
there's gonna be air combos, which are gonna be pretty cool. Rain is like a wizard now. Smoke, the cameos. The cameos are gonna help with like your fatal blows, fatalities.
Are they
And-
bringing back the babalities?
Yeah,
That's
and
what I want to know.
which I was watching some stuff about it. They got a lot of stuff to fix because there was Cortana. She has this broken thing where she hits you with her fans and then she kicks you, and she can just do that like full match, and it's dumb.
It's called button mash. That's how I cheese every match I'm ever in because that's the only thing I can do. I can't play these games. Are you kidding me?
Johnny Cage doesn't have like the green powers anymore. He has a new thing called hype, and if he builds up all his hype and activates it, he could do a nut punch like 3 times in a row. He can do specials into other specials.
That's cool.
Yeah.
And
I just wanna-
Raiden, because he's no longer a god, he is like young, like no beard young.
Yeah, I heard Liu Kang is the new
Shang Tsung.
god or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
Hmm.
he's
the protector of the realm or whatever.
realm, god of fire. Let's see what else. Trying to think of anything else. They were really recent. There's only 2 trailers. Let's see. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are now brothers in this timeline. Let's see what else. I'm thinking.
I'm going to send something to you real quick, David. I don't know if you can maybe select or share it with everybody, but hold on just a second.
God.
And I'm going to send it to you too, Chris.
Why did you send it to the group? What the fuck?
I am. God.
He literally just said that.
Fucking embarrassing, man.
Man,
Yeah. My dad said that constantly. Did y'all watch Witcher?
I saw like the first 1 or 2 episodes. I haven't watched them all yet.
Is this the Liam Hemsworth or is this still Henry Cavill?
It's still Henry Cavill.
I posted
Okay, well
that
then I'll watch it. I'll watch it.
I posted that on my Facebook. It's fantastic.
Yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, no, I saw it. I read it.
Okay.
Have you guys
Okay.
seen the new?
So what else? What else as far as gaming news, dude?
What was that, Chris?
Pikmin 4 is coming out. It's pretty cool. There's 2 new Pikmin. Glow Pikmin, which are gonna be able to stun, and Ice Pikmin, where you can like freeze the enemy and then.
I will say this though. I have very seriously, for the very first time, seriously started trying to figure out a way to obtain a PS5, just because I want to play Final Fantasy 16.
Oh yeah.
And I want to play Spider-Man 2.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that looks amazing.
So, yeah, I'm trying to figure out a way to where I can obtain a Wi-Fi router to put next to my Xbox Series X.
I wish Sony would embrace it, because you know how like Xbox, Microsoft, they embraced the whole joke about it's a fridge,
Mm-hmm.
and they made the mini fridge. It would be so funny if Sony started a Wi-Fi company. It was just the exact model of the PS5,
That would be funny.
and the
But,
Wi-Fi would be like garbage.
How far have you gotten on Diablo 4?
I haven't played Diablo 4 yet.
I haven't gotten
It's because it just now became available for Xbox. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait for it to hit Game Pass, and then I'll play it that way.
Now I tell you one thing: the whirlwind barb, it's broken.
Okay. So,
I
like a
have-
lot of Blizzard games, it requires a patch bigger than the original release, right?
No.
I'm sure there's going to be a big one next time I log in.
Yeah, it probably is.
Okay, so like
Bethesda game, come on.
so like when they released the Master Chief Collection, right?
Blizzard, not Bethesda.
Right, but when
Right.
Microsoft released the the Master Chief Collection for Halo, you know, I'm old school. I like the hard copy, you know, at least as far as like certain titles are concerned. But when you go to install like on day one, dude, it was I think it was like 100 gig patch, day one patch. I'm like, that's Activision level stuff right there.
That's an entire game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's you admitting that you shipped the game half
broken.
done. Yeah,
Yeah.
you shipped
They
it half
finally
done.
shut down Warzone 1.
Oh, really? They finally shut down Warzone 1.
Yeah.
Oh, did you guys watch Extraction 2 yet?
Yes.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
That was,
There is a
Ammo weapon, that was amazing.
there's a what's his name? Rake Leaf? Chris Hemsworth character, Chris Hemsworth's character from
Ray,
Extraction.
I don't remember his last name.
He's got his own skin and loadout for Warzone now.
Yeah, nice.
Speaking of,
And my son Reagan, he sent me the YouTube video for it, bro. Dude, it's it's brutal. I'm like, wow.
speaking of,
Almost makes me want to play Call of Duty again. Almost, not quite.
the boys are getting their own bundle in Call of Duty. It's going to be Black Noir, Homelander, and Starlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
Homelander is also Homelander, Omni-Man, and Peacekeeper are going to be. Those are the DLC characters that were leaked for Mortal Kombat 1.
yeah, Omni-Man, for those of you who don't know, is from the Invincible series.
yeah.
Which season?
So, but here's my question about putting Homelander and even, well, yeah, Homelander in Call of Duty. Is he going to have fall damage or not? I mean, and he's bulletproof.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not wrong.
It doesn't really fit there. The
I
only
mean,
way
and is his
realistically-
finish like, okay, you know how like you got those execution moves? I mean, is it going to be like a rear facing, like the camera's going to pan around to the back? Homelander's going to drop his pants. He's going to jerk off all over the dude's body and be like, I can do whatever I want to.
just go shoot right through him.
You
Like,
know,
honestly, the
or-
only way you can
or
do it
if it's a
is-
female skin that he's doing an execution move on,
oh, that's even worse.
is he going to nuzzle the breast and drink milk?
That'd be fucking hilarious.
Like the only way you could really do it to bring them in like that is like the Godzilla with King Kong event, and just have them like it's you can't have them as playable characters because they literally can't die.
Yeah.
Him
Yeah,
and,
well-
and Soldier Boy, you cannot. They're invincible.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it took Homelander to kill Black Noir.
Right.
Yeah. Well, in the comics, it's totally different because Black Noir is technically a clone of Homelander.
Thanks. I haven't read it yet. Appreciate
You're
that.
welcome. It's called Spoiler Alert. It's been out for a while. You had a chance.
You know, David's the guy that looks at spoiler limitation, spoiler time frames on certain fan pages for shows, and he waits until midnight.
Yeah. That day.
I mean, he's got it drafted and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
He waits until midnight and goes
It's
post.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
And he's not even going to have the common courtesy of giving other readers the reach around by stating spoiler warnings across the top of his article.
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. You should know by now.
Oh my God, you don't have Paramount Plus? You should have seen Picard
Oh my
season 3 by
God.
now.
It's been fucking 10 years. Can't help that.
Mario Wonder's coming out.
There's Colin trying to save the conversation.
That timing was perfect.
And time in.
That
We're
was
getting a new power up where Mario can turn into an elephant. So
That's neat.
Pachyderm Mario.
But anyways, we're gonna land this plane, everybody.
All right. You can go now if you want. There he goes, everybody. Like a popcorn fart in the wind.
Well, everybody, thank you for watching Nerd Sports episode 115. Oh yeah. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. I'm David Dickerman.
I'm Johnny Skelton.
and I am Chris Jacka.
And we all agree unanimously this show needs a whole lot more cowbell.
Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for listening. Goodbye.